Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing week. Currently it is Tuesday and let's get right to the charts. As we are starting off with Bitcoin, yesterday you can see price went down to the weekly S1, and as we were discussing in the last video, that potentially on the USDT dominance we were looking at this chart right here, and I was talking about how missing this chart, I don't believe that it's gonna shoot straight up, but we are going to have like a little pullback before we actually do continue higher, or maybe price just goes like this. And this is of course right now exactly what is happening. If we go back to Bitcoin, you can see we got that move towards the upside yesterday. This was also during the news that Michael Saylor was selling Bitcoin, and as you know, he is kind of a reverse indicator, so to say. Once he buys, price dips, and once he sells, price pumps. It is kind of funny how it is, but it is what it is. Anyway, you can see price is still trading around this VWAP from the bottom right here, and we also did test the weekly pivot level. As you can see right here, this was a level that I was talking about yesterday, that it was not hit yet. And as you can see right here, the POC of the range is right now acting as resistance. It was previously acting as support, and once we drop down to it, it was basically pushing us up. We get a fake out below, it pushes us up, and right now once we drop sharply below it, you can see it is acting as resistance. So during today's news we do have JOLTS, job openings, which usually how I remember them, it depends, not exactly every time, but almost every time it was Bitcoin was bullish during those news once they came out. But with how things are looking right now, as you know, my target still remains down here at around $61,000. This is where I would be looking for a bounce up, or if we start losing this level, then I would be looking for Bitcoin to put in a lower low right around 56 all the way down to $55,000. And once we get there, it becomes pretty easy for Bitcoin to actually go down to our real target, which is down at this August low from back in 2024, this summer range right here. This is the macro target that is remaining right now just below $49,000. And as you know, I don't expect price to remain very long down there. I just expect this to be a capitulation week to trap all the shorts right here, and then I expect some more consolidation, and around October, November, I do expect the next rally to start, and then we will be having something like this right here. Now overall sentiment is pretty bearish with the recent cold card incident. As you know, hardware wallets getting hacked because of faulty firmware, so this is also something to keep in mind of when you are trading right now. The dollar is also right now trying to bounce back up. You can see it is bouncing from the daily 200 EMA right here, and right now currently trading back above the monthly open level. The monthly pivot is just around this level remaining right here. So if we start flipping this level back into support, then I do expect for potentially another retest of the highs, or maybe even put in a higher high at around this level that we are watching from back in May 2025, this high right here. So if the dollar continues to be bullish, and as you can see right now we are keeping this structure right here, we have not broken down, just the opposite, we are potentially continuing to play in this range right here. putting in higher lows and higher highs as we go. So this is also very important to follow. Stock market almost putting in new all-time highs. You can see the S&P 500 actually, as I said it below, during this range that I had marked up right here, that this is potentially either going to squeeze and break towards the downside, or it is going to squeeze us up and break towards the upside. Those are the only two options for those ascending triangles right here. They either break down when things are looking very bullish, or they either break up when things are looking very bearish, and right now this is the case. They have trapped all the bears right here, and price went up like 4.2%. Same thing for the Nasdaq as well. You can see we were getting pretty bearish down here at the lows, and then we get that massive squeeze towards the upside. Some of the altcoins are still sitting at very key level. For example, ETH right now, if you go back up to the daily time frame, you can see it is right now currently trading below the value area low of this range, which is also very important to look at. If we manage to reclaim this level, I believe it could have one more push to the monthly R1. If not, then we go down for the monthly pivot, sitting just around 1800, and then 1600, around 1640 is the monthly S1 support. It's also a very key level. Solana, same thing right here, trading below the value area low, looking very weak. Hype is potentially going to reverse and hit this monthly pivot again, sitting at around $59. You see we actually broke down of this ascending triangle that we had right here. Same pattern basically as with the S&P 500. If we look at Bitcoin on the short term, you can see yesterday lots of shorts started opening up right here during those lows, and then they got squeezed, closed out, stopped out, or liquidated, however you say it. But you can see right now the delta is going up, so potentially this could remain a healthy move towards the upside for another push to the highs. But as I said, we do have lots of news coming out. Today we only got the JOLTS job openings, but tomorrow we do have PMI data. On Thursday we got unemployments, hourly earnings on Friday. So this week is pretty packed with news, so anything could happen. As I said, on the liquidation heat map side of things, you can see we still have the liquidity to the downside remaining. It got front ran yesterday, and the liquidity to the top side is still sitting untouched, remaining untouched. So I do believe the market makers will take care of it in the coming next days or weeks. Fear and Greed index is remaining at 36, nothing new here. Spot ETFs, we do have a bullish day yesterday with the pump that we had over 170 million of overall spot ETF buys. Long versus shorts ratio right now is remaining pretty even. The bigger whales on hyperliquid are sitting short, which could give us that fuel for more upside to liquidate them. So be wary of that as well. And I do believe this would cover it for today. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.